right now. I'm running a GTX 1660 and a Ryzen 5, and I will game Apex Legends, which is known for making streamers drop frames in OBS. I will game in 1440p and not drop a single frame in OBS. If you're trying to game and stream on the same PC, you need to follow these steps. These are very important. If you're not doing this, you're doing something wrong. So let's get started. Not even gonna roll the intro, not gonna put an ad on this video because the last video I did was 26 minutes long. And I don't apologize for it because it was a good video. But to make your life a little bit easier, I'm gonna make this one 5 minutes long. So I'm hoping at least, let's try. I'm already talking too long, let's jump into it. Step one, you need to know the difference between X264
Managing the relationship between you and your chat is one of the most important things that you can do as a live streamer. It's also one of the most difficult things because you're focusing on gameplay as well as maybe the most recent follow, host, or tip. And lucky for us, there's developers out there that have made our job a lot easier by creating something called a chatbot. Welcome back to the Streamloots YouTube channel where we talk about everything streaming and Streamloots. In today's video, we're specifically going to focus on one of the best bots out there, in my opinion, called Streamlabs Chatbot. And the Streamlabs Chatbot is a program developed for Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer that provides entertainment and moderation features for your stream so that you can focus on what you do best, which is play the game and interact with your viewers. I'll show you how to download the bot, set it up with your streaming platform, and then take you through some of the basic features that are available in the bot. With that being said, let's get into it. All right, so first things first, we're going to want to go to streamlabs.com/chatbot. And once we're here, we're going to be able to download this program to our PC. Now, before we get into the bot itself, it's going to be really important for you to download the documentation that is associated with the platform that you stream on. For me, that's going to be Mixer. And so I'm going to download this PDF, and this is actually going to give me a lot of information in setting up this bot with the platform that I'm streaming on, because it is a little bit different from platform to platform. I'm not going to go through all of this, but it's something that you should go through when you have some time. That'll give you a lot more detail than what we'll go into in this video. So once we've opened up the Streamlabs chatbot, we're going to need to connect both our streamer account and our bot account with the platform. In order to do that, we're going to click on connections down at the bottom left here, and we're going to click generate token. And what we'll go into token, and this is going to connect both our streamer account and our bot account with the platform. In order to do that, we're going to click on connections down at the bottom left here, and we're going to click generate token, and this is going to bring up at the bottom left a Streamlabs chatbot. We're going to need to connect both our streamer account and our bot account with the platform. In order to do that, we're going to click on connections down at the bottom left here, and we're going to click generate token, and this is going to bring up a prompt for us to log into the platform first as our streaming account, and we're going to approve the bot to interact with our streaming account. And then we also need to connect our Mixer bot, approve the bot to platform first token, and this is going to bring up a prompt for us to log into the platform first as our streaming account, and we're going to approve the bot to interact with our streaming account. And then we also need to connect our Mixer bot account or your Twitch bot account, whatever that account might be. We're going to click the same thing here. We're going to generate token, and we're going to log into that account as well. To verify that we've connected these accounts successfully, you can see it listed under the events in the console tab right here. All right, so let's take a look at some of the global settings before we get into some more of the meat of the bot. We're going to click on the cogwheel here, and this is going to open up a prompt that's going to allow us to select an audio device. Whatever we might have connected to the PC, we can select from the list here. And we can also change the bot message send alert to select an audio device, whatever things before we get into some more of the meat of the bot. We're going to click on the cogwheel here, and this is going to open up a prompt that's going to allow us to select an audio device. Whatever we might have connected to the PC, we can select from the list here. And we can also change the bot message send delay. We can enable or disable the auto connect on launch, which will keep us from having to log into our bot account and streamer account every time we open the bot. We can also enable or disable the viewer count. All right, so now let's take a look at some of the features that are available on the left side here of the Streamlabs chatbot. Up at the top, you're going to see dashboard. This is going to be where you're going to set the stream title for your stream, the game that you're playing, and then also the audience rating of the stream. And then over right below that, you're going to see commands. And the commands tab is going to allow you to add custom commands with unique parameters, which again, if you look at the documentation for your platform, you can see a list of a lot of the commands that are available to you and the parameters that are available. But the commands are going to allow you to have automated chat messages that pop up when a certain command is run in the chat. So let's add a basic command here just so you can get an idea of what you can do with this. So I'm going to click on that plus sign and go to add, and I'm going to create a command that encourages my viewers to follow me on my social media accounts. Let's do a Twitter command. So that, what I just typed in there, exclamation point Twitter, is what would be typed into the chat that would run the command. We can apply a cost to that command, assign the usage for that command. We can enable or disable the command, and then we can group this command to make it easier to search for it if we want to edit it later. We can give different permissions for who can run this command, regulars, subscribers, everyone. And then down below here under cooldowns, we can set a cooldown for that command, as well as what this command is going to initiate after that command is run. So basically, when somebody types exclamation point Twitter in the chat, it's going to activate this response. So let's type in a response here. So follow Preacher on Twitter. And then we'll type in the URL. So now that we've got that typed in, we're going to submit this, and it's going to add it as a command under our commands list. So when I go to the console, this is going to be a running log of my chat. So let's try to test this command out and see what it does. So I'm going to type exclamation point Twitter. And you're going to see my bot account that I've connected here is going to run the command that we've just added. You can get really creative with the commands once you have a better understanding of the parameters that you can use within the commands. Just make sure to use your documentation for your platform and check out what's available with the Streamlabs chatbot. Now, let's say that we want a command to run on an automated timer. When we go to the timers tab, we can actually add a new command that actually will activate every so often depending on what we set. So let's say we want that Twitter command to run every 10 minutes. We're going to give this timer a name, and then we are going to type in the command that we want to run during that time interval. So we're going to submit that. It's going to add it under our timers here. And then when we go to the settings, we can actually select the time frame that we want that command to run. So now that I've set it at 10 minutes and a minimum chat lines of 5, which basically means 5 messages, 5 message lines before this command would run. Now that we've set those, every 10 minutes or 5 chat lines, this command is going to run in the chat. So you'll see it pop up automatically on its own every 10 minutes. Pretty cool. Another cool option is quotes. Let's say you say something during a game that you're playing and you want to give your viewers the opportunity to quote it or pull that quote up. You can actually manually enter in quotes. For example, "I'm an idiot." This is something that I've said before, and it got quoted immediately by my moderators. You can submit that. And now, anytime somebody runs quote number 0, they will see this quote pop up in the chat. So, for example, when I go to the console and I type in exclamation point quote and I type in 0, it's going to pop up the quote here. Streamlabs chatbot can also help you manage giveaways. If you want to run one of those in your channel, you'll click on the giveaway tab here. And before we edit these settings here, let's go to the global settings for giveaways. So here under command, this is the command the viewer is going to have to run in the chat in order to enter. So let's change it to enter, for example. And we're going to select the prize that's available. So let's say we're going to give away a t-shirt. We can adjust the join permission here, who can enter the giveaway.